Not everybody has resistance to dance. It wouldn't necessarily work for them. But for a lot of us, there is that stepping out of resistance, stepping out of the kind of the ego confines, actually beginning an action. You know, it's like you're one moment you're on the dock, and the next moment you jumped in the water.
Yeah.
And huh?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And to be aware of what to ask yourself later, what changed? What has changed there? And are you willing to do more of that stepping off, stepping past resistance, stepping into the unknown, stepping into something that your left brain does not have scripted or does not have full understanding of? What happens when you do that? Usually something fairly magical happens, whether you're drawing or you're dancing. That's where the juice is. And you can't get into flow unless you're willing to do that.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Straight.
Did the learning to juggle? What was the impact of that on you?
I think it did work, and that's another sense of it. It's like turning off.
Right?
It did work. I was quite surprised with what I could do and how well it worked in those moments when I turned my brain off, or my left brain off. That's when it worked. I've seen that same sort of thing happen before. Years ago, drumming with Robert Bly and Michael Mead, and to sit there and to, when you'd be thinking about drumming, you get all screwed up and you almost break into a sweat because you couldn't keep the rhythm. But when you let something go, it just became beautiful. So I think that there's an activity that happens, and it tends to involve something physical. It happens in drawing, for example. Somebody sits down and tells you to draw a picture of a guy in a chair, and if somebody tells you to copy a drawing, you start to do it, but then you don't do it that well if your left brain's working it, because it's saying, a head is like an oval. So you start drawing an oval, which has nothing to do with what you're looking at. So it's by breaking down the activity, by turning the picture upside down, and now you find yourself drawing a particular curve in relation to another curve, and you're looking at the white space in between. When your right brain is taken over, drawing form by form by form, and you're very interested in this shape, you've forgotten you're drawing an ear, you're just drawing this weird curlicue that has another curlicue behind it. You turn the drawing back when you're done, and you've drawn a perfect, very, really amazing representation, copy of what you were trying to do in the first place. But you could not do it when you're in your left brain. You had to step outside of the task to make that magic happen.
That's awesome. You totally have me wanting to copy a picture now.
Okay.
Drawing is something I'm kind of scared of, actually. So.
Okay, perfect. Good illustration then.